apologize for my voice, and I apologize for E's shirt. Remember, everybody, hit the like and subscribe button and everything. So we're going to be starting to sprinkle some stuff a little bit new. We're short staffed, but we're trying to follow with the times. So we don't always have to do a 30-minute pod. Sometimes we could just shoot do a 15 to 20 minutes one and get right to the show where everyone wants to talk about. So right now, the hot topic that's going on right now is James Harden. Not only is he not going to get traded from the reports, but he has also went on live and has called Darren Morey a liar. Everybody, E, my brother E. Everybody, let me let y'all know this. E is our Black Woj. Okay, he got the insight on everybody. It's like,
what that make you, Kendrick Perkins?
Hell no, you funny as hell. That was good. That was good. I don't got to come back with you right now. That was good. Charlie Murphy. E, what's your take? What's your take on your boy James Harden? Because that's your boy.
Oh, that's my. I don't think so. I think that's your boy.
That's not my boy.
But nah, I mean, look, I may be a little bit biased on this because I'm not the James Harden fan. I've never been the biggest fan of his, mainly because of his style of play in Houston. But we ain't gonna get into all that. To simply get to the point, is this not the same game plan that we've seen from James Harden time and time again of getting out of a situation he doesn't want to be in? So at the end of the day, I'm tired of this dude packing up and leaving whenever he feels slighted or feels like somebody did him wrong or he doesn't like the situation of the team or whatever the excuse is. At the end of the day, I need this guy to go out there and play ball. I need you to win when it matters most. You have the talent. So, I mean, it's not to say that he's not talented. He's clearly talented. He is on I would say, a top-tier team in the 76ers with a good coach. He's got a solid coach.
That he is.
May not be a great all-time great coach, but he's a solid coach. So you can't complain there. And you got good, solid pieces around you. So I think everybody would say that this team is better than some of the Houston teams he had. So what's the problem? Some issue personally, I guess, happened between him and Dan behind closed doors, but I thought that was his boy. He was there, brought him to Houston, brought him to 76ers. So again, I don't know what is going on with this guy, but I'm just tired of seeing him always looking for a way out when things get tough. I need him to step up and help lead a team to at least the finals. And I think the 76ers team could do that.
I feel like the day and age we're in now, excuse me, I'm just trying to move my camera a little bit closer to my black ass. I think the day and age that we're in now, I think it's a money thing. Because
definitely.
Yeah, I think it's a money thing. He's probably calling him out about being a liar because, again, like, well, I'm gonna just piggyback on what you're saying is you are legitimately on the second to third best team in the East, depending on how you play. You follow me? Like, I feel like skill set wise, between James is the one, correct? James is the one or
He's
two.
Been playing predominantly like a point guard role, yeah.
Bucket for bucket, between the one and the two, James Harden right now is probably top 3 in the East.
Okay.
Behind in the East, probably behind Jason Tatum, and probably behind Jimmy Butler when Jimmy wants to play.
You said 1 and a 2? Both of those guys are playing like a 3 and a 2.
Oh shit! The way Jason Tatum play, he like a 2 to me. So
I mean, they both handle the ball quite a lot. So I get what you're saying, but yeah, I mean,
technically, okay, you're right. Okay, technically, you're right. You know when that plays a lot of 2K and shit, so you would know. All right, so let's put it like this: the predominant ball handler, the predominant person, and everything. He's easily top 3. So with that being said, along with you being with MVP Joel Embiid, why are you going to leave that situation and go to another situation?
I mean, where's he gonna go? Back to the Rockets? Like,
I mean,
but my
rumor is
point
he.
is, he's not going to go to a better. I think we both agree he's not going to go to a better situation. So you still like he opted into the deal, so you're still getting paid like 35 mil, something stupid. I mean, you're still getting good bread each year. Granted, it's not a max deal, but I think to your point, the organization is, and this may be why he's saying, Dan Moore is lying to him or whatever, like you're talking about. They may be looking at because of this new CB collective bargaining agreement, right? If they go over the luxury tax, that puts more penalties on them. That makes it harder for them to maintain a quality team moving forward. So that means getting good pieces around him, obviously draft picks and other things like that, depending on how far in the luxury tax they go because of this new CBA, it can penalize them even harder. So they're probably thinking like, hey, hold on now. Do we think this team can win a chip? If we don't, we may not want to go all in on our chips right now with paying James Harden a max deal. So like you said, it probably is that for the organization and him thinking he was going to come in there and get a max deal. But I mean, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of his, so I personally wouldn't give it to him. But that's me.
Hey, listen, I personally won't trade him to any team he wants to go to. What he has, where in his career now, well, not where in his career, now where he is in his career and everything. I think he's on the same level as Dwight Howard. When Dwight Howard was he
Bouncing
bounced from
around.
Orlando to LA, correct? And then from LA to the Rockets, correct? So James Harden has went from Houston to Brooklyn, now to the 76ers. And
And he's how
you
old now?
and he like
34?
34, and he's going this way.
Right.
So with somebody going this way, why you think you're going to get the luxury of demanding about where you get to go now? No, we're going to send you where we want you to go.
Not only that, but the man or try to fight for a max deal, like, bro, nah.
And for what he's been producing, what NBA team wants to give up what they got for him right now? I mean, just like think about it. Like, what you gonna swap him and Dame, and you know he don't want to go to Portland.
Right.
Um,
And
the
what the
Spurs,
76ers are going to demand for him, like, I mean, again, if the 76ers want to trade him, like you said, they going to expect to get chump change back.
right? I mean, honestly, he right now in the state where he's at right now, he's probably a little less difficult than them getting rid of Ben Simmons. But I mean, for the amount of money that's on his contract right now, who wants to take that?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like you said, uh, probably a good trade numbers wise would be Dame. But does Portland want to trade for him and take him on? Knowing that really
I,
there's nothing going to come about. He's probably not going to play. It's going to be a headache, a media issue and all that type of stuff.
mhm.
Like,
I'm
that's
not
not
gonna
going to
lie.
help them build for the future.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I am blanking right now of where he can honestly go, and the other team is willing to give up a piece for him. Like, I think Miami is set on trying to get Dame, so I wouldn't try to fit him to Miami.
And he doesn't have the mindset to be in Miami. You know what I'm saying? So he's not going to fit that culture. So yeah, no, they'd be silly to trade for him.
I'm blanking. Where would he go? San Antonio?
The Rockets.
Okay.
But
All
again,
right.
they got some nice young pieces. I wouldn't give that up for him. Like, his time is over. Stay over there. Go somewhere else. Like I said, I don't. But again, I'm letting the audience know right now. I'm biased. I don't want him. I wouldn't have traded for him back when it was on the Nets. I would have kept it just Kyrie and KD. But again, that's me. That's a whole like 2 years ago now.
I got nothing for James Harden. I'm not biased. I'm not unbiased. I just got nothing for you, buddy. Just it is what it is right now with your career and everything. Just because, yeah, you just went this way, and I'm gonna go this way. So on to the next topic. Dwayne Wade has been inducted into the Hall of Fame. I feel old. I feel old.
20
I
years.
literally, I have literally seen him coming into the NBA, and now I have witnessed him going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Man, what is there to say about Dwayne Wade? First off, shout out Dwayne Wade. But what can we say about the dude? Like, what's your best memory of Dwayne Wade? Your first best memory of Dwayne Wade?
First, I don't know about first.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say for me, with Dwayne Wade, when I think of Dwayne Wade, I think of him as being one of the top 5 shooting guards of all time. Arguably, some people might argue, say he's top 3 or whatever, but he's definitely top 5. And for me, it's the fact that not only was he effective offensively in what he was doing, but defensively, he gave that effort. And I'm the type of guy who obviously like two-way type players, the guys that give it on both. So that's why he's always been a favorite player of mine. To see him, I think he's at the record of blocks by a guard. Defense, like I said, the way he was able to do throughout his career for the most part, obviously up till he got older. But also be the leading scorer on his team, carry his team with that Shaq team. I was helped lead them to a championship. I mean, dude's been phenomenal. So that's I don't want to get into LeBron, but he needs that type of player because that's not how he's built. You know what I'm saying? So to have a guy who has that killer mindset, who's going to attack and be on you, put you on your back, back you up on your heels all game long, that's D Wade, which is why I definitely appreciate what he said about AI, because that's exactly how I felt about AI. I wore number 3 still, even playing flag football and all that. I wore number 3 because of AI. So I definitely appreciated him giving him a shout out during the Hall of Fame speech. That was phenomenal.
Right. Man, I think to answer my own question, I wouldn't really say like my first memory as far as like visual. It was more so my first hearing about Dwayne Wade. No, let's all be real. No one was hearing about Dwayne Wade who was playing at Marquette. Let's keep that 100% real. The talk was about Melo and LeBron, Melo at Syracuse, and LeBron, right? And through the midst of the season, because they're talking about the rookies and stuff, and guys is blazing and stuff. I started to look at the numbers, and I was like, "Yo, y'all see Juji Wade down in Miami? Hold on." And then the man messed around and won him a finals.
Yes.
And to touch on what you said about Allen Iverson and everything, I am very biased when it comes to Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson is also one of my very favorite players. Someone like myself being born in Richmond, Virginia, and if you're from Virginia and you're a part of my era, the people that were talked about in that era, in that zone, Virginia and everything, Ronald Curry, Michael Vick, his brother, and Allen Iverson.
Yeah, started with AI.
It started at AI. Everybody and listen, if you play any type of ball, football or basketball, they are showing you the football highlights of Allen Iverson and they're showing you the basketball highlights of Allen Iverson. When I got to first see Allen Iverson's football highlights, I could not believe that was AI because my first vision of AI was basketball. to see him do football, it was like, oh my gosh. So that being said, when Allen Iverson's kind of like, I wouldn't say he was necessarily on the downhill. Well, yeah, he was kind of looking on the downhill and everything. Everybody now is kind of looking for the new favorite player. And so
Yeah.
I would say Dwayne Wade wasn't my favorite player, but he was someone also when I started to get into basketball, I wanted to model my game after him because, I'm developing my size and my strength, but I
Mhm.
still have the speed, and so I was looking at Dwayne Wade and I was like, well, Flash definitely fits his name because I'm like,
Yeah.
he's definitely getting to that rack. And matter of fact, here's my best memory. Remember when he spun and did, since you call me Kendrick Perkins, remember he spun and did that two-hand dunk on Kendrick Perkins?
Was that on Kendrick?
It
Oh, is
was
that
on
on
Kendrick.
Bears? Yeah, I know he banged on Bear. That was
There's
another
y'all he
one.
went there's y'all he went full court on. He
Yes,
spun on Perkins and he hit it
double
with two. Don't worry, we're upgrading on this pod. We're showing the highlights of this and everything. Great, good, gracious.
I
Oh,
said that was nasty, and like I said, that Verjao dunk was stupid too. He just
hmm
poor banged on him. But
right.
no,
And
yeah, I
so,
mean, like I said, I agree with you. Dwayne Wade, I don't think I would classify him as my favorite. He was definitely one of my favorite guys I like to
right,
watch back when he came out. But like I
right.
said, I don't agree with his off the court stuff. It's a whole nother discussion. But on the
But
court,
that's a whole nother discussion. We're
yeah,
not doing that. We're not doing that. Not doing that. Not doing that.
we
Not
ain't
doing
getting
that.
that. We ain't getting that. But on the court
Mm,
though, model basketball player. Like
yes.
if you are trying to imitate a guy, he's definitely one of those types of guys you want to imitate on the court because he gave 100%. So I got nothing but good things to say about D Wade on the court.
Yeah, me too. And you know what, too? Let me say this. For some people who we are in constant debate about when it comes to LeBron and Kobe Bryant, I'm tired of the disrespect that Dwayne Wade gets because he's the first person that gets discredited every time we talk about championships when he was with LeBron. And I'm just like, what Wade are we talking about?
Yeah.
I don't,
Nah. D Wade hands down is one of the main reasons why they won chips. Like they ain't winning them chips without D Wade.
and we're also talking about a dude who you say you like also. You like these type of players who was a two-way player. Now,
Right.
granted, was he like a Ron Artest and everything? No, but as if you have any real keyword real sports background, you appreciate a guy who's willing to do it all. And Dwayne Wade was a person where if he's not giving it to you offensively, he's definitely making his presence known defensively.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to really see the flash when he's doing those breakaway steals on your ass and he's
Yeah.
doing one of those throwing off the backboard so this man LeBron can come down and finish with the dunk and
Yeah.
stuff.
Again, they sleep on his passing ability, like you said. I mean, even with Shaq, I mean, he showed off early in his career, showing his ability to pass the ball, facilitate the offense. Because I think he even ran point for a couple times as well. So I mean, again, he did what was needed whenever you needed him to on those Miami Heat teams. Like he said, he is Miami. He is the greatest player in Miami history right now. I mean,
He's the greatest. He's the greatest. And it's going to be very hard to top somebody who has three rings.
yeah,
And so, listen, for all y'all LeBron fans, let's just keep this clear. Because we do this, because E's here too, so we're all a witness to the world's conversation about the same thing. We don't discredit Kobe for having shot. Stop discrediting Dwayne Wade. Enough is like enough is enough. Because the dude, and it's so funny being older now. I found like 5 grades in my goddamn fucking beard. Excuse my language, but it gets on my nerves every time I find one. Uh,
there's more coming.
and it's more coming. I know, right? Salt and pepper, here it comes. Um, I now understand what guys will talk about, like when you actually get to see the guy versus like you're talking about a person. Like, I wasn't around for Juice Irving, obviously. I'm just catching flicks of him and stuff. But again, to see the beginning and the end of Dwayne Wade, like, okay, I caught Ray Allen at Milwaukee. I know Ray Allen. Ray Allen from Milwaukee is a different dude than Ray Allen at the Boston Celtics.
Right.
Right. Ray Allen at Milwaukee was Jesus off of He Got Game.
Yes.
Okay. Dwayne Wade, everybody, in the beginning of his Miami Heat days, was that dude. And people need to also remember this. He was also right before LeBron James joined the team. He was an MVP candidate.
Yep. Like I said, he's a perfect example of the type of guy LeBron needs on his team in order for him to win. You saw with Kyrie, again, that guy who's going to attack, stay on the offensive, and get baskets. Dwayne Wade, I mean, those are the type of guys that win. That's the Kobe mentality. That's the Jordan mentality. I'm going to put you on the back of your heels every single play down the court.
Okay. Let me ask you one question. We'll close the show off like this. I'll answer it too. What's one guy you could think of right now that kind of reminds you of Dwayne Wade? I got a guy.
I would probably say, probably everybody says Spider. He's the first one that comes to my mind when I think of a player that reminds me of D Wade. Not just because of the way he plays, but obviously size. Like, he's not that big. D Wade wasn't that big. He was, decent size, but athletic, can shoot, can obviously attack the rim, can jump. I mean, so he reminds me that he has the ability, and he can put up numbers similar to D Wade. So yeah, that's kind of the guy. If I was to pick somebody right now that stands on my head, it would be Spider, for sure.
I'm gonna go Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
too.
I'm gonna go Anthony Edwards just because same thing, size, speed, strength, efficient, always present. That's one thing I always gave Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
Again, everybody, before LeBron James came. Y'all need to get off about what him and LeBron. You knew what Dwayne was every night.